Long before skyscrapers pierced the skies and bustling cities filled the land, the ancient landscapes of North America were home to incredible ingenuity. Our prehistoric ancestors, living thousands of years ago, were far from primitive. They faced towering mammoths, saber-toothed cats, and an unforgiving wilderness. Yet, through creativity and survival instincts, they laid the foundation for innovation. These early human-shaped tools mastered fire and discovered techniques that would define their existence. Today, we uncover the top 10 prehistoric inventions in the U.S. Groundbreaking creations that not only transformed survival, but also shaped the path of humanity. Prepare to step back into an age where every discovery meant life or death, and where invention was born from necessity. The first stone tools, North America's oldest innovation. Deep beneath layers of sediment in New Mexico, archaeologists unearthed fragments of sharp-edged stones, evidence of the earliest stone tools in the United States. Dating back over 13,000 years, these tools reveal the incredible resourcefulness of early humans. With no metals or modern machinery, our ancestors relied on chipped obsidian, flint, and chert to carve weapons, prepare food, and defend themselves. These tools marked the dawn of innovation, proving that intelligence and survival were tightly linked. The Clovis culture, one of North America's earliest prehistoric societies, revolutionized tool-making. Clovis points, finely crafted spearheads, were designed for precision and power. Capable of piercing thick mammoth hides, they allowed hunters to thrive in environments filled with dangerous megafauna. These tools weren't random. They displayed deliberate craftsmanship, knowledge of materials, and a sophisticated understanding of physics. Archaeologists believe these tools were more than just functional. They were symbolic of identity and community. Tribes would share designs and techniques, creating an early form of technological exchange. Each point carried cultural significance, connecting prehistoric people through shared innovation. The Clovis toolkit wasn't just a survival mechanism, it was a statement of advancement. The mastery of fire, humanity's greatest ally. Imagine a freezing prehistoric night in the plains of North America, where survival depended on warmth, protection, and light. The discovery and control of fire transformed existence for ancient humans. Beyond heat, fire became a tool for survival, a weapon against predators, and a method for cooking food to unlock more nutrients. Archaeological sites in the U.S. reveal fire pits dating back thousands of years, marking the shift from raw living to an organized, resourceful lifestyle. Mastering fire allowed prehistoric communities to migrate into harsher climates. In regions like Alaska and the Rocky Mountains, where icy winds dominated, fire was essential for survival. It provided a stable food source by enabling cooking, kept predators at bay, and acted as a social hub where early humans bonded, planned hunts, and passed on oral traditions. Fire gave them control over their environment, a defining moment in human evolution. Interestingly, fire was also used strategically in hunting. Evidence shows that prehistoric people employed controlled burns to drive herds of animals toward traps or easier hunting grounds. This dual use of fire for survival and innovation shows how prehistoric humans were more sophisticated than we once believed. It became the ultimate invention, redefining the balance between humanity and nature. The Atlatl, prehistoric precision engineering. Before the invention of the bow and arrow, prehistoric hunters in North America wielded the Atlatl, a spear-throwing device that extended the human arm's power. Dating back nearly 12,000 years, the Atlatl used leverage to propel spears with greater force and speed than hand-thrown weapons. It allowed hunters to maintain distance from dangerous prey while improving accuracy and impact. Atlatls, discovered in ancient U.S. sites, were crafted from bone, wood, or antler and decorated with symbolic carvings. They reveal that prehistoric societies weren't just practical. They also valued artistry and meaning in their tools. This innovation transformed hunting techniques, making it possible to target larger animals like mammoths, bison, and giant sloths with minimal risk. The Atlatl also played a role in early community structure. Those skilled in its use often became leaders, revered for their ability to feed and protect their people. It was an invention that defined power, survival, and cultural identity. Archaeologists view the Atlatl as one of the earliest examples of applied physics, proving our ancestors' deep understanding of mechanics and design. Prehistoric fishing tools, hooks, nets, and traps, rivers, lakes, and coastlines across prehistoric America teemed with life, and early humans developed innovative fishing tools to harness these resources. Archaeological finds reveal bone hooks, woven nets, and wooden traps dating back thousands of years. Fishing was not merely a food source, it was a survival strategy that supported growing populations and allowed communities to thrive near water. Fishhooks, carved from bone or shell, display remarkable craftsmanship. These delicate tools captured salmon, trout, and other freshwater species vital to early diets. Nets made from plant fibers enabled prehistoric groups to capture multiple fish at once, while wooden weirs, underwater traps, were strategically placed to catch migrating schools. Each tool reflects deep environmental knowledge and adaptation. Fishing inventions also shaped social organization. Control over waterways and fishing grounds often determined settlement patterns, creating early territorial boundaries. Through these innovations, prehistoric humans laid the foundations of trade, cooperation, and sustainable living, ensuring their survival for generations. The bow and arrow, a revolutionary leap. The bow and arrow arrived later than the Atlatl, but quickly became one of prehistory's most influential inventions. Emerging roughly 4,000 years ago in North America, it provided unmatched speed, stealth, and efficiency in hunting. Hunters could strike from greater distances, increasing their safety while improving accuracy. This innovation reshaped the balance between predator and prey forever. Archaeological evidence of bows crafted from hickory and arrows tipped with sharpened stone highlights the ingenuity of prehistoric Americans. The shift from hand-thrown weapons to string-powered projectiles marked a leap forward in design and effectiveness. Entire hunting strategies evolved around this invention, transforming not only survival tactics, but also social hierarchies within groups. The bow and arrow were also used for defense, offering protection from rival tribes and dangerous predators. More than a weapon, it symbolized status and skill. To master the bow was to hold power, both within one's tribe and against the unforgiving wilderness. Early clothing and sewing needles. In prehistoric North America, survival meant adapting to extreme environments, from icy tundras to scorching deserts. Early humans used animal hides for protection. But innovation came with the creation of bone needles and the development of sewn clothing. Dating back over 10,000 years, these needles allowed for fitted garments, layered outfits, and better insulation against harsh weather. These early clothes were not just functional, they were expressions of identity. Decorative stitching, dyed fibers, and intricate patterns found in ancient remains suggest that prehistoric humans had an eye for aesthetics. Their garments reflected not only practicality, but also social belonging and cultural pride. Clothing also facilitated migration into diverse climates across the continent. With better protection, humans expanded their range, surviving winters in the north and thriving in deserts in the south. The simple invention of the sewing needle reshaped mobility, resilience, and community. Prehistoric art and cave paintings hidden deep within caves in the U.S. Early humans left behind their visions of the world through prehistoric art. Sites like the Pictograph Cave in Montana and other locations display handprints, animal depictions, and symbolic patterns dating back thousands of years. These weren't mere decorations. They were windows into the minds and beliefs of prehistoric societies. Through these artworks, researchers discovered early humans' spiritual connection to nature. Mammoths, bison, and hunters are etched into stone, revealing their struggles, triumphs, and rituals. Cave art suggests that storytelling and communication existed long before written language, preserving knowledge across generations. Some archaeologists believe these artworks were also part of hunting magic, rituals meant to ensure success in capturing prey. Whether spiritual or symbolic, prehistoric art stands as one of humanity's earliest forms of culture, bridging survival with creativity. Domestication of dogs. Humanity's first companions among the most profound prehistoric innovations was the domestication of dogs. Evidence from sites in the U.S. shows that humans and wolves formed bonds over 14,000 years ago. These early partnerships offered protection, companionship, and hunting assistance. Dogs became an extension of human survival strategies. Prehistoric Americans trained dogs to track prey, guard camps, and even haul supplies. Burial sites revealed deep emotional bonds. Some dogs were interred alongside their owners, suggesting they were more than mere tools. They were family. This partnership reshaped both species. Humans gained allies in survival, while dogs adapted to thrive alongside us. The domestication of dogs marked a turning point in prehistory, where cooperation between species became an enduring force in shaping the future. Prehistoric trade networks. Long before cities and highways, prehistoric Americans created vast trade networks spanning thousands of miles. Artifacts such as obsidian blades from Yellowstone and seashell ornaments from Florida have been found far from their origins, proving that ancient groups exchanged resources, tools, and ideas. Trade shaped cultural connections, fostering relationships between distant tribes. Through these exchanges, innovations spread rapidly and communities flourished. Shared technologies, spiritual beliefs, and even artistic styles traveled along these early routes, creating a web of interconnected societies. These networks also laid the foundation for economic systems. Controlling trade hubs often meant wielding influence and power. The prehistoric world was not isolated. It was dynamic, cooperative, and deeply interconnected. The birth of agriculture. Perhaps the most transformative prehistoric invention in the U.S. was the development of agriculture. Around 5,000 years ago, early Americans began cultivating crops like squash, sunflowers, and maize. This shift from nomadic hunting to settled farming marked the dawn of civilization. With stable food sources, communities grew larger and more organized. Agriculture allowed humans to store surpluses, reduce dependence on hunting, and innovate in housing and tools. Settlements flourished along fertile river valleys, giving rise to permanent societies. Agriculture didn't just reshape survival, it reshaped identity. Humans became stewards of the land, shaping ecosystems and creating traditions rooted in seasonal cycles. This invention marked humanity's transition from survival to progress, paving the way for everything that followed. From stone tools to agriculture, these 10 prehistoric inventions in the United States represent far more than survival. They are testaments to human ingenuity, creativity, and resilience. Our ancestors faced unimaginable challenges, yet they adapted, innovated, and laid the groundwork for everything we know today. Every spearhead, fire pit, and cave painting whispers a story of determination and brilliance. If you found this journey into the past fascinating, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss another deep dive into history's hidden chapters. Together, let's keep uncovering the secrets buried beneath time.